Hi, Priscilla. Good morning. Oops, yikes. So, okay, I haven't showered. I don't even have my coffee in me yet, but I want to send this walkthrough to you to see if it can help because I think that you are right there. It's just it can be confusing, and you're right. There's not a whole lot of turnaround time, and it is first come, first serve. So that means that if yours is the very last link I get for course review, then you're going to get feedback way at the end. So I want to make sure that you are designing as we're moving along and you're getting feedback. Let me go ahead and share my screen here. And so what I'm going to show you here is that you have your welcome letter. All of the assignments that we've had in IOTL have been so that you can begin to develop this so that it is already a course that you have fully developed and you can copy it right into a real course later on. So you have all of this information here. You have your instructor site, which is another thing we're going to go and check. Now, in your instructor site, this is another place where you can put all of those resources that your chair is asking for, right? Because they're asking for resources and you have a perfect spot here to put that information. So that's just why don't we explore that option, right? So let's go into your course. And if we click on the course policies, we'll see that you already have your course policies page and that course policies page is already within your module 0 getting started. So this I've moved to the top because that's where it belongs. It's the very first thing that students should see. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and click one-on-one till we get to that. Okay, so getting started, you have your module here, 9 hours a week. If you want to put a range in there, you could do that. So here's one of the big tips again. As soon as you hit edit, hit the little rocket so it can protect your module. This is key later on when you are adding elements to this. All right, so here we're going to go in, and how about we just, for those, kind of slower students, how about we say 8 to 9 hours, just so we can get some of those little bit slower students like me, not feeling so horrible they didn't make it within the hours. All right, so here, and then maybe we can do this. We can go 8 to 10, so it's a little bit more of a range. I've removed that pink, right, because that's not accessible, those pink bars there. And here I'm just going to go ahead and save that for you so that you already have that all set. Scroll down, I'm going to hit the next button. This page, you have your beautiful video already. So definitely keep it. It's captioned, it has your name, it's perfect. It's good to go. The only thing you'll have to change later on when you go into the spring semester are these dates here. All right, here, support for student learning. I've already added this fashion supports link tab because it seemed like that was something that you needed. So this is how you add tabs to this support for student learning, okay? So you click on edit. You click on the design tools, little rocket, so it protects your tools here. Then we're going to scroll down and we're going to click within one of the accordion tabs. I'm moving my cursor to the right. I'm finding the add advanced elements. And so let me see if I can annotate that so you can see that better. It's right here, add advanced elements. And so that is what you're going to click on. So let me go ahead and use my pointer here and click on that. Then what you're going to do, the next thing you're going to click on is going to be accordions and tabs. It's the very first thing that you have in the add elements section, okay? So let me go ahead and delete that just so it's not showing. Let me clear. So we're going to click on that, which is going to be the add accordions or tabs. Next up, notice here's that tab that I included. That's because I clicked on add panel. And then within the panel heading, I think you have something called scholarships. And you can come in and change these. If this fashion supports link is not the right wording, you can change that. If scholarships is not the wording, you can come and change that so it's specific to how your chair wants that to be called. Now, say that you want the fashion support links to be above tutoring because you feel that discipline specific, it will help your students better. You just drag them. So you use these little arrows right here. Let me draw that again so you can see. Right here, you use these arrows to click, hold, and then move. And that's how you do that. So let me show you. I'm going to use my mouse. So let's say we're like, well, no, really, student services should be the most important. And then fashion links, and then tutoring, and then scholarships. That's how you would do that. Okay, so let me clear that. Now, you've got your scholarships, right? So let's say you still want it to match the way it looks with the icons. You would go back to where it says scholarships within the page that you're designing, click right in front of that, right there, and then use over on the right, there's an icons. So let me draw that out so you can see it. It's right here. It says icons. And that is where you can include little doodads, little, icons that are already accessible. All right, so what we do is we're going to click icons open, right? And then here you can see the icons we're using so far, right? The other thing that you'll notice is that there's a bit here that says, let me see if I can move that. Oops, I just expanded that. That's not what I was trying to do. So it says insert icon at cursor, right? So we put our cursor already. If let me see, we put our cursor already over here at scholarships, right? So scholarships. So now what we're going to do is we're going to click that insert icon at cursor. Right, and let me clear that, clear all drawings. Let me see if I have to close this down for now. And then here where it says insert icon at cursor position, you can search. So if we want scholarships, see what it says, scholarships, nothing, scholarships. How about scholars? No. How about money? And it shows us different sort of money scholarship. Maybe this one with dialogue and a $sign, maybe, because that might help. Or it could be the icon that has search for money, maybe a search for money. So I'm going to use that one right now. And you can, you can change this clearly if that's not the symbolism you want. So search money. So it could be like a scholarships icon. And then, so now you've got this panel content. And this is where you're going to go ahead and put that information. So if you have links, you're going to give a descriptive link and you're going to put that there. Let me go ahead and save this now so you can see what that looks like. So now this page that only had those 3 icons now has these 4 icons. And I can see there's additional space here, which we can fix. And if they open, then this is where the panel content will go. This one already has panel content. This one you would need to include. Student services also already has student support. So in the student support, if they're looking for DSPS, that's already there. So a lot of the information that your chair wants to be included is already within the template here. Let me go ahead and change that. My OCD is not allowing that, that accordion panel to have all those spaces. So let's go into, where's that? That's going to be scholarships here. So it looks like that because I put a space there. There we go. And so now that should fix that. And then we're going to save. Until if we scroll down, oops, I also got rid of that, the icon. Let me go back in. I know, so, I've done this a lot now. True, I'm a little self-taught when it comes to the accordions and design tools. But even as, self-taught as I am still willing to go and do things and try to make them work, right? So here, the icons, we're going to go ahead and put our cursor right there. We're going to insert, and we said that way money. Maybe I didn't say it. That one there. Close here. We close. Well, let me double check this there. Accordion, make sure that it's looks good. Okay. That's what we're going to go ahead and say. And so let's take a look at that. There we go. So we've got the scholarships with the icon here. I think there's still a little bit of buffer, and it might just mean that this icon is weird that way, but we can go back and try to fix that. Now, so what I want to show you is, let's go ahead into modules. And we're going to scroll all the way to the bottom where you have all of those, this. So each one of these could be one of those. So CCSF Fashion Department website and survival guide. That can be one of those. Here, Fashion Department scholarships. And then you've got the Camille, you've got this other one. And you now these links, they can't be like this bare. Even if you had this module, Block 0 module, orientation resources for students, you would still have to put each one of these in an actual page with instructions. So like this page, maybe this is the page and you have these 2 links within it, maybe. So let's try this one. So we're going to click on that. And then you have a scholarships page. So this scholarships page is great. So this is the one that you can just have this with all of these different scholarship information in it. So let's go ahead and pull this here, copy it. Now go to your course, and we're going to go back up the modules. There we go. And we're going to go to that support for student services. We're going to go to edit. All right, so we're going to little rocket that. Edit little rocket. All right, let's go down. We're going to scroll down to where we have that scholarship. There we go. So in this panel information, you can give instructions. CHIPS website. It can be very helpful in providing funding while you begin and continue your passion. Something like that, right? And then here we're going to say that was called scholarships. All right, so we're going to highlight that, insert a link. It's an external link. We're going to paste the link right in the link area instead of the text area. We're going to done. I always bold these links just because I think I'm blind. We can remove the bold if you want. And let me see what's going on there. There's a little bit of a space there. That was annoying me before. Priscilla, you can tell the OCD here is, pretty severe. Anyway, so now when students come in here, they click on this scholarships, then they have instruction, and then they have the scholarships link. So I think this is what you can do. Maybe it's here fashion support links. Maybe you can go ahead and hyperlink all of those different links that are just bare links in that module. Okay, so I'm going to stop here and I'm going to get some coffee. But I just wanted to send this to you because I think that it might be able to help. So go ahead, update all of the module 0. They're already there. Just read and fill in wherever it needs to be filled in. Work on your syllabus. And also we have the syllabus tool. Let me see if that's enabled. Let me go back into your course here before I syllabus tool. Syllabus tool. Make sure that's enabled for you. There we go. So you do have it, but it's not enabled. Let me enable your syllabus tool so you can use that. Where are your syllabus tool? Okay, enable. So we're going to enable that syllabus tool. We're going to move it up right under the modules. The modules are the most important thing. And then the syllabus. Because the module students keep hitting the modules to go into the modules. And then even within the modules, let me show you where that is. At the bottom where you have those templates. So I scrolled all the way. So all of these, the LinkedIn's, all of this can be another accordion tab, career tips and information. This can be another accordion tab, CCSF fashion department on social media. All of those can be tabs that you include on that one page. But let's go over here to your samples. So here you have the different template samples I was mentioning that you can use for your content. So when you create your module 2 or your week 2, you decide what sample content page best fits the kind of information you're going to provide. Is it going to be like a sample page like this? Or are you going to use like an accordion? What's going on here? Like this, an accordion. You can add to these depending on what you have. I would recommend against the tabs only because on a smartphone, students have to kind of push their screen so that they can see other tabs. The accordions work better on smart devices. But let's go back in here as I digress. Let me go back into the template for discussion. Where are we? Oh, this is a good module if you already have this going. Looks like you've got learning objectives, a summary. I just title it summary recap or summary trend recap or something like that. You hear assignments, discussions, and quizzes. Remember that assignments need to be in an assignment item, right? Are you using? So you have placeholders. What looks like, oh, you have information. So like this, for example, concepts and mathematics, right? You give instruction for this, and then you place the video, it's captioned. It does help to use the templates. So, I would use the templates if you can. Let's go back down. Again, I'm looking for that syllabus template. Let's see, module. So yeah, if the module 11 is the one you want to share with me, that'd be great, because that means that you could get this already in, even today. If you finish this today, you can get your link in right away, and I try to give you feedback as quickly as possible. See here, how to use this templates. And oh, here it is, syllabus copy 2. So I'm wondering if you already have this syllabus somewhere else. Let me check. Maybe you already included it somewhere here. Syllabus copy 2. No, but let's bring it up. Okay. Let's bring it's a page. And we've titled it syllabus copy. Okay, so you have here a couple. You have syllabus template 2, syllabus template 2, syllabus template 2. So you have a couple of these here. I'm not sure if one of these is already filled out. If one of these is already filled out, then that's the one you should bring up. Okay. Okay, let me take a look at one just to see what it looks like. Work experience internships. Looks like this one's already filled out. All right, good job. All right, so this is great because what you can do, looks like this one's all filled out. All right, so I'm going to show you a quick trick for this. So we ask you to use these here, and maybe we should edit this. So it doesn't say syllabus template copy 2. How about we go syllabus work experience internships. So that it's unique and we can find it. Okay, this seems to think there's some place that has a, oh, you have a list somewhere. Okay, so here, so this is telling us that there's an accessibility error and that this should be an actual list. Let me see. And it's not right now. This is not a list. Why? Because you probably just wrote in 1, 2, and 3. So we need to make sure that we're using the rich content editor to make these lists actual lists. So we highlight that and then we click on this and then we do this. Ah, I know why. Because it's thinking of that as being the list. And let's do this and list and see why it's not doing that right now. Here, on completion. There we go. 2 and 3. There we go. And you know, I'm not even putting my designer tool there to make sure I protect everything else. Even I forget. It should be edit design tool. And let's get rid of that because that looks like that shouldn't be there. Okay. All right. I think we've got that. Textbooks, you're still including that. Okay. This should be, so you have another list. So this here, let me see, should be an actual list. And it's not a list. Why isn't it a list? Because it would maybe a copy and paste over. So all we do is we make sure that we highlight this and then we go in and create a numbered list. And that should do it. This class meets. That's an orientation. This class meets. Were all of these supposed to be lists? Let me see. Orientation. No, that's me. Okay. All right. And so we're going to exit out of there. Look, the little man is happy, right? So if we check the little man, balloons. Yay. And then there are other things we can check. We can check also accessibility on the right-hand side, and we can see all of these are green. Excellent. So we want to see for accessibility. All right. And then the link checker, you can also check the link so you don't have any bare links. That looks good too. All right. So let me go ahead and save this. The reason we save this is that means we can always use the little 3 dots on the far right-hand side to view the page history. And then you can always go to the latest version that you liked, right? That option does not happen in the syllabus tool. Notice when we're in the syllabus tool, we edit, we don't have those 3 dots, right? So that's why we ask that folks design their syllabus here and then use the HTML. So edit. You would copy this by clicking on the HTML toggle at the bottom. You would copy the whole entire thing all the way to line 252. We're going to go ahead and copy that. And then we just cancel, get out of there. We didn't save anything there. Go into the syllabus tool, click on edit. If we copy code, we have to paste back in code. And we know we're not in code form because we can see the rich content editor with the menu at the top. So we click on the lesser than / greater than symbol. And then we see that no rich content editor and just a line here in gray. It looks like a legal tab there, but this is coding, right? Then we go back into toggle back in here. This course summary, what it does is that if it's selected, and let's select it, it will show your students every single assignment. So all of the assignments show right here at the bottom. I confess that, well, student meetings, that maybe that's not so bad. For my course, I don't do that because then I'll have everybody drop within the first day of class. The other thing that the syllabus tool helps is it has a calendar here, so students can jump to calendar points, and it also has a jump to today, so they can go and jump on today. And they have a course navigation, so tab that they can go back up to whatever space they want. Now, the other syllabus doesn't have that. The syllabus page doesn't have these features. So I'm going to go into edit and I'm going to toggle by unclicking this show course summary and then update. So those are 2 options you have. If you don't want students to see that big old list of due dates, then that's what you would do. All right, so I'm going to leave it here. What you can do is, again, edit the syllabus that you have over here, this one. And we're going to go ahead and move this so it's not there because that's not a very good. Oh, I see where you have it. You have retail buying and merchants. Okay, I see what you have. Okay, so what we're going to do, and this was probably more filled out. I just couldn't find it before. It's probably still going to have some of those, or maybe it doesn't. Looks like it might not. It looks like it doesn't have some of those bulleting issues. Oh, that's good. All right, so what we'll do is this one right here that I was playing with, we will go ahead and keep unpublished and remove from this list. You will have it if you ever need to go back to it, but no, this is the one you're using. So we'll click on that, click on edit. It does have two accessibility. I'm not ever going to get to my coffee, right? So here, oh, it's the same place. So then here, as the learning outcomes identify, okay. And then here you could actually format as list and apply, right? And then format as list and apply. The only thing is that it's wonky, I think. So it's not as nice as the other one that we had, right? Something's a little bit off with it, if you can see it. So let's go into our lists. And let's, because it's not on the list, what's going on here? So let's see, how about we do this? That's a list now. That's a list now, okay. Now where's the other one? Where'd the other one go? That one's a list. All right, we'll just scroll through. And then also with copy and paste, just a heads up here. When we copy and paste directly, what happens is it creates these weird breaks. So do you see how this says and responsibilities, and then as it relates is on the second line? So you can copy and paste, but then just come back in and then update that so it's not making weird spaces in different spaces. There we go. None. Oh, let's check to see if this is a list. Yeah, this is a list. Website, instruction site, great. Normally, when we only have one option, we don't bullet that as a list because there's only one. So we would need to have at least two for a list. Okay, this might be redundant here. I think we already have that somewhere else. Let's take a look. And then here, Q&A. So again, there's just one, and you just leave it as one. Here, promotes diversity. Is this doing what it's supposed to do? Yeah. Okay. Technology, you have two. There's more than one dropping. See. Here, lists. Yep. List. Okay, awesome. All right. I think that we found all of them. I think we found them. This is a list also, yes. List. All right, awesome. And now notice the little man. He's like happy, balloons. And then if we check the accessibility checker in the heading, good. They're all green there on the right side. And then your links, make sure none are broken. This one's broken. We can edit that here by writing in the text. Instead of that, it should be my CCSF email. There we go. And now it's not a broken link. Comes up. That way it's not having an issue. Okay. We're going to save that. And I hope this is helping. So Priscilla, I'm going to go ahead and go in here, copy that. I'm going to copy all of this coding here. All of this coding that you have. All right. All of your hard work is really paying off. I'm going to go ahead and copy this. I don't use my shortcut copies because I'm concerned that it won't actually copy or that I might do some other shortcut. So I'm going to click edit here. And then I'm in the syllabus tool now. And I'm going to delete all of that old code from the example I was giving. All right. I'm going to delete that. And I'm going, now that it's blank, I'm going to paste the new code from that syllabus you already created. There we go. And I'm going to update syllabus. There we go. And so now your syllabus is in 2 places, which is excellent for students because they can see it and read it here. And then they can also use the course navigation tabs there. All right, now module 1 orientation, because this is, you're getting started, then your module 1 wouldn't be orientation anymore. This module 1 would already be whatever your first thing that you're doing, the first topic that you're doing. So if your first topic is today's buying environment, then you would move that up. You would just remove this. And so I see here that you've been working hard on module 11. So yes, this can be the module that I can take a look at. And then of course, with the learning objectives and everything, see here. So what we want, these are great objectives, but they're not, you're not using the syllabus template. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in, right? I'm going to go to where the templates are. The templates for the overview are this here. So I'm going to go in, Module X. I'm going to edit. I'm going to use the copy for the editing there. I'm going to go ahead and copy this, and then just X out of this, cancel out of this. Go back into your Module 11, where you already have that page. You already have that page. So I'm going to go in there, click on that. I'm going to go into edit. I'm going to go into the lesser than, greater than symbol. I'm going to put a couple of spaces in front of the template and your information here. I'm going to put a placeholder here so I know. So hold that space here. I don't know why my O's are looking so funny. Okay, so we're going to toggle that. And then notice that I have this whole insert content from below. All right, so we're going to save that. So now you can use the overview, right? So this here, I'm going to edit. This, it looks like it is a template protector. So this is module 11. So learning objectives here, that's fine. And then you can say whatever the module 11 was, title for module 11. And then here again, the title would go in here in this module, da, 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 da. Here it shows you the Bloom's taxonomy that we're hoping you're going to use. We know that you are going to have here 8 to 10 hours and that you're going to customize this table. So I can just go and probably pull your other table if that's correct. Here, by the end of this module, you'll be able to understand, calculate, and describe. Now, understand won't produce a measurable assessment outcome because there's no way to measure understand. So maybe describe the retail math terminology, or it can be discuss the retail math terminology. So whatever it is here, that is what you're going to place up here, right here. Describe, da, 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 da. So how about we do that? So we're going to go in, and this one is going to be, so instead of determine, let's go ahead and we're going to go ahead and cut that there. Normally copy is better just in case. And then we're just going to go describe. And of course you can change that Bloom's taxonomy verb if describe doesn't quite show what is going to happen there. Math terminology. The next one is going to be calculate. Perfect. Calculate is perfect. So let's go up here. We're going to cut calculate, and we're going to put it, instead of identify, we're going to put calculate. Calculate, okay. And the last one you have is describe the factor, which I think also is really in there. I'm going to cut that there. And then reset here. Success. Paste that. Okay, describe, da, da, da. And then this one is not being used. All right, so now you've got your learning objectives there. And you have your here. This, we can remove that. This was just a placeholder, right? We were just holding this so that I know where the template begins and where the template ends. All right, and so sensing that I may be overwhelming right now, I'm just going to leave it right here. Again, if this is, you can customize this tool, this table based on the other one, and then delete the pink here, because that's an instructor note. And you can see here, it's telling you that the pink here and the pink here, they're not accessible. So once you've read all of this, go ahead and delete these pinks, okay? All right. I promise that I'm done. So, Priscilla, I hope that this really helps. I'm going to go ahead and just save this recording and send it to you. I hope that you can review it, fast forward anywhere where I was going too quickly and didn't make any sense. So I hope this helps. I've got just tons of work, but I want to make sure that at the top of the day that I could get this to you, right? So that you can move forward. And I look forward to getting that module 11 done. I think that's all you have to do. Now use a template to get module 11 done. Send me that link because it's already, the assignment is already open. And then I can try to get cracking. I have a lot of work, but I can jump in and try to give you feedback as quickly as possible so that you have time to build out the rest of your work, right? And the other thing is that you don't have to pause. You can continue building. It just means that you make sure accessibility is there, and then you'll get feedback on that. Do you get feedback on that? Well, no, because then you'll get feedback on module 11, and you can apply it to update everything else that you've built. Take care.